Alright, we should be live any second. Make sure it's coming through the right microphone. Yep, it is. Okay, we're live. So, today we are going to play, well, not really play, it's not a game, but we're going to work on Visual Novel Maker. And we're going to work on it for about, I'm going to set a timer for an hour, and if in an hour I either get tired or there's nobody here watching the stream, then I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. But I want to try to make an entire game in just 1 hour, because I've put a lot of money into different various resources to make games, and I have a hard time sticking to stuff, so I haven't actually made very much. As you can see, I have quite a few different ones already set up, but we're going to start fresh with a new project. I had this idea about we'll make 2 characters. Oh no. Hold on. Oh no. Come on, let me skip it. I was just wanting some some copyright-free music in the background so I'm not, like, sitting in silence. Okay. Well, so the theme is going to be that you go on a date every day. Well, you don't know it's a date, but every day you go and have lunch with 2 people, probably your friends. Maybe, I don't know yet. Maybe one's a friend, one's like, a coworker or something, but it doesn't really matter. Every day you go and you have lunch with these 2 people. And it's going to be a 3-day game with a 4th bonus day where your choices will reflect who asks you out. So whoever you have the most points with will ask you out at the end on the 4th day. And then you can choose to accept or deny, which will get a different ending. And maybe there'll be 3. No, there's gonna be 4 endings. If I can make 4 endings in 1 hour. If we get to all of our goals and there's 4 endings, then what we're going to have is like one person likes you, but the other person doesn't. Those are 2 of the endings. And then there's gonna be one where you made very bad decisions and neither of them like you. Neither of them want to date you. So, yeah, sucks to be you. Loser ending. We'll call it the loser ending too, because I love saying that word. And then the 4th one is both of them like you. And in each ending, you're gonna have to accept or deny. So, those are like the main endings, and then the ending cut, like, not really cut scene, but the ending maybe achievement question mark. I don't really know what to call it, but the branch ending, I guess. You got your main ending and then your branch ending, whether or not you accept their feelings or who you accept if you get both of them. Then yeah, so that's going to be the setup. Let's, for right now, we can go back and change the name later, but what came to my mind for a name is, it was just lunch. So that's what we're going to call it for now. But, anyone want to chat or anything, we can brainstorm together, name characters together and stuff. But for right now, if I could spell. Fuck. It was just lunch. That's what it's called. That's the working title. We can change the actual title later. Let's do an empty project. And that's fine. That's all fine. So let's do a location. I'm gonna put it in here. Do a new one. We'll call it was just lunch. And we're gonna select that folder. Okay, so there we go. And we're gonna load up this new project and see where it takes us. So my default is to pick 2 guys to choose from. Or we could do 1 guy, 1 girl. Or we could do 2 girls. But I think the first thing we're gonna do is set up, not really a character creator, because you're gonna play from the view of the character, so you don't actually see what they look like to make it easier. But let's have you let's figure out where you can put in a name. So you can pick your name, and then you can pick your pronouns. We're gonna keep it simple and just do she, he, not she, he, he, him, and she, her. And while I'm setting that up, I'll consider doing they, them as a third option. But, you know, we have to get this done in 1 hour. So that is all the time we are giving ourselves. First thing we want is to set up a background. How do I do this? I'm trying to remember how to do this. Oh, I need to build a scene, huh? New chapter. So we'll name this new chapter the title. Oh, no. We won't, because paste doesn't work. Does Control V work? Okay, Control V. It was just lunch. So there's chapter 1. And then from there, we're going to... How do I... New scene. There we go. Name. Same name. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we're going to change the background. That's how I do it. And graphics. Backgrounds. Backgrounds. Characters, fonts. Icons. Where is everything? Okay, fuck. Let's see. Close project. Yes. I think I fucked that up. To this one. No, fuck, that's not what I want. How do I delete this? Close project, yes. Okay. It's been a while since I used this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to delete this. And then we're gonna go file new. And yeah, we'll leave it the same. And we'll name it. And select that folder. Okay. Did I royally fuck things up? I think I really fucked things up already. Oh, no. Well, when in doubt, Control-Alt-Delete. Task Manager. Task Manager will solve this problem for us. Let Task Manager load. Any second now. We should see it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This one. End task. There we go. That has no skip. Okay, that has no skip. Launch. Okay. Let me reset that timer. Okay. There we go. Restarted it. This one, delete. Yes. New project. And then, okay, create project. Now it shouldn't take long, because I did it right this time. So I've seen a lot of kind of horror-themed visual novels, which intrigues me. Is this the... That's just the music. That's wild music. Not my usual thing. I don't usually listen to this kind of music, but I hate silence. So instead, yeah, that's why we're listening to that copyright-free shit. So yeah, yay. If it would hurry up and create, that would be lovely. I'm thinking of a modern setting because I have a lot of modern stuff, but I do also have some, you know what, while it's loading, let's view my DLCs. No, here. So I have these three. Life 2D, which I've never really been able to get working properly, but that's mostly just because I'm dumb. Some cosmic music. I wonder what I bought that for, but maybe we'll use it. And then we have these princely characters too, which we could do. Let's check out this one while we're waiting on that to load. Where is it? Is it done loading? Oh, it's done loading. Never mind, we're not checking it out. We're going to delete this whole scene. Yeah, I don't actually need it. A new scene. Let's see. We'll call this day 1. Yeah, we'll just call it day 1 this time. Day 1. And now we should have all of the graphics. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Date, locations, home. Okay, so, yeah, let's start out with a home setting. Let's see. What kind of home setting do we want? Do we want to live in an apartment? Or we could do a house. Manor. I do kind of like the idea. I like old-fashioned-y stuff. But I don't know. We have the outside player home. Residential. I think we have like way more stuff for a... Oh, that's a nicer apartment. Let's do like the normal house. And we'll do outside during the day is what we're gonna set the background to. Okay. So now we need for some input. And we want text. And then input number, input text. Okay, so we're going to want input text. And we're going to want to have a show message. I guess narrator is fine. We're gonna have to create a thing. So I guess let's keep it simple and let's start. Fuck, I don't know. A good intro to the game. This is the beginning of the game. Good intro. Let's see. Let's do fuck. Let's do you ever have one of those days your brain, that's not how you spell brain. I don't think that's how you spell brain either. Oh my gosh. I'm too dumb for this. Why do I like visual novels? I'm too dumb to write. Brain. Okay. How do you spell that? That doesn't look right either, but that's what Google says. You ever have one of those days your brain goes blank? Not black. Fuck, the dyslexia is getting hard. Blank. You ever have one of these, your brain goes blank? We want to put this. Does that actually change anything? No, that doesn't. Okay, voice, none. Expression change, none. Wait. There's a way to message area. Set message area. No, I don't need set message area. Set message target, create message area, erase message area. I want message visibility. Visible. Cut, no. Message setting? Auto erase, yes. Font. You have to type? No, that's not what I want. Message box defaults. No. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna crash out. Where is it? Because there's a way to... I want like the black box so you can see it better. Message box visibility? Visible, yes? No. Oh! There we go. Change background. Yes. There we go. Menu only. Okay, so we'll do it like that. You ever have one of those days your brain goes blank? some things just something's just wrong. Like, what's my name? Like, what's my name? Something's just wrong. Like, what's my name? And then we're gonna do an input text. We'll give them 10 characters. And then you input your name. And change max. I want 20. 20 is a good number. Change. So, and then it's gonna save it. Name. So you're gonna input text and it's gonna save it as name. And then we're gonna do show message. It'll go back down here and you're gonna put we'll just do cut this. We're just gonna do no, not a choice timer. What did I do with that? Add choice. Ooh, what? What is wrong with it now? Hold up. But let's just do a test really quick, because this is, how do I recall a value? I'm gonna have to look that up. So my names, and then we want to recall a value. Let me Google that really quick. Visual novel maker, how to call on a variable to display the value of a variable within a message or text element. You use a specific syntax. Text variables. Use this. This is a numerical index code. Okay. I think this. And then it's just G1. So we're gonna, no. Yeah, paste doesn't work. Change that, and it's not TV, it's just capital G 1. So let's go ahead and save. I don't know what I did, it kind of broke, but let's see what happens. I want to play test. So do new game. Okay, something's fucked up. So we're going to delete this. Yes. And restart. Just put in a random name, make sure all the letters work, confirm. I don't think it's working. Do I need the other brackets? Maybe? Well, now that's showing up again. Let me try it again. New game. Oh, no start scene select. Okay. Instead of start scene. There we go. Now let's try it. New game. You ever have one of those days your brain goes blank? Something just wrong. Like, what's my name? So we're gonna input a name so I can see if it works. And no, okay, that didn't work. Let me try it again with the curly brackets. And then play. New game. Okay. No. That's not working. Okay. So... can I, like, copy it? Global... okay. Use TV variable index, where variable index is the numerical... oh, it means text variables. It doesn't mean TV like somebody renamed it. I'm just dumb. That happens more than you think. So now we're gonna save it. And it should actually work this time? I don't know, I'm still learning. Bah. My name's blank. Okay. So it's not appearing anymore. But something's wrong. Character names. Use... do I need to... can I do like a change name? Because we could change the name of the narrator. If I could find the button for that, that's fine. They can be, the player can be narrator. Because we're not actually going to give them a face. Settings, change sound, change colors, commands, save presets, data, get game data, set game. Let's try input data. No, that's not what we need. Text, move display, no. Conditional branches, timers, variables, text variable, text variable. Insert text here. Text variable. Operation set. Input text. Confirm. No. Maybe this way? Just... no. Valuable, variable, valuable value, set, text, no, conversion, might have to watch a video on this. Let's do... visual novel maker copy. How to set player's name in game. To allow players to choose their name in visual novel, you need to use a combination of character definition and input prompts within your game's scripting language. For example, you can prompt a player to enter their name using remedial input and then store that input in a variable. Okay. We're gonna watch somebody else's video on this because I'm too dumb. My name is... hopefully this has words. Oh, this looks like... no, this isn't the same thing. Jeez, okay. In the sample scene, not the best solution if you want player's name to display correctly in the message box when the player writes a message. You mean by not the best solution for... but here's another way to do it. Add this after common event text input. So, okay, well, maybe we're just doing this all wrong. Okay, so common event text input is call common event. End common event. Assume common event. So let's do call common event unnamed, my list, other list, variable name, and then let me put back on music. Okay, it's hard for me to think when it's quiet. Edit, view, find, tools, game, manual. Where's the common events? Script, preview, edit, find. Because I'm not very good at it, but I know basic common event stuff because of RPG Maker. So is that not the right one, maybe? There has, okay. Oh, it's probably up here. Collections. Scripts. Data extensions, languages. Imports. Characters, expressions, common events. Okay. Common event unnamed. So this is going to be called name. Name. Trigger call. It doesn't need a conversion to switch. Auto single instance, sure. So it's going to be a text, input name, text file, localize. And they're going to enter something. And then list, text, switch number, cancel. Okay. Okay, what is this saying? Text value. Okay, so I think I have an idea. So this, we're gonna go do that. And you're gonna input the name. And then we're going to end that. And then it's gonna pull it up. I think. Text value 1. I mean, it's not text value 1. Which one is it? I'm just gonna store it there. Store global, local, persistent, and global. Here's name. Okay. Let's try this. Let me see if it works. Let me see if I figured it out. No. Yeah, I have not figured it out. I'm still dumb. Okay. Back to it. Add this after common event text input. Call common event 8. Text input 8. What's mine look like? Parameters. Letters. Set object character. Oh, they're objects? Show text, so your name is. Let me try this again. Okay. So we're gonna do a call common event name type call what else is there? that's it, I think. Scene content. Maybe I need... Where was the, input text? Letters 10? Stored in name? Input text. Call common event input text 8 letters. Do 20. Local, maybe a global. I don't think that should matter. Parameters. Maybe I need to turn off parameters or something. Name, call, cut, cut. Okay, hold on. Add this after common event text input. In my example's case, this will change narrator's name and would also reflect on the message box when the character is called. To make the character's speak name, go to debug narrator or whichever one you have and copy the UI field. In this case, it's use text command. As you can see, the ID might be a bit too long. What you can do is create a macro like this. And you call it like this. See how macros work. The help file has it covered. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save this project. We're gonna go here. Do they have a tutorial? Tutorials. No, I don't want to. Okay, we're gonna do a new project with the scene-based. We'll call this another test. That did not work. It doesn't really matter what the game's name is. Okay, it doesn't really matter where it goes either. Yes. Okay, let's see. So load this up and then we'll see where we're at. Nobody in the chat yet. But we'll see what happens. It always takes a while. And we can still work with the prince assets. Let's just finish this main idea first, but we'll take a look at them. Some of them, I don't know if it's this one or if it's some in RPG Maker or both of them, but some of them have this, like, the same character in both, like, everyday clothes and then in fantasy clothes. So if it has that, where it's like both has fantasy and everyday, then what we'll do is just take, like, if you went over the prince or whatever, we can another day come back and make chapter 2. Okay, so first day, morning binge, call common event show box. I like their box better. Common events. Choices, show message box. For message boxes, we're going to use an image map. For the message body text, we're going to create a new message area. Okay, I don't really need to do that. So hi, cool. Hi, who are you? Call common event, text input. So let me see. Input text. This common event, oh my gosh, I'm stuttering. This common events open an input text name element, which allows the player to input a text name. It takes 2 parameters: letters, the max number of letters allowed, store in a global text variable index where the input text should be stored to access from outside the come and call event. The entire input text UI is done with 2 image maps, so you only need to edit the following pictures for a custom one. Okay, so you do, let me look at this. So you do numbers, and then you have a local number of letters, and you have number of value, and then that's, you said that, and then you do number value letters. What are these switches? ABC selected. Squares selected. Do number value. Here you can edit 2 commands to change the position below. Font, position, font, etc. of the text display. The text display shows the current text inputted by player. Text settings, show text. I don't really care about that. Text variable, letter set, symbol set, text to list. Let me copy this for now. There's a lot going on here. Why did I start with this? You have to edit. That's about to do the following. Show image cost, metric custom UI images. Okay, I don't really care about that. Letters. Refresh. Set objects. Set objects. Erase text. Erase image map. Okay, so where do they actually have them put in? Go finish. Condition text equal to idle. Input text result. Set variable text. Text variable. Text set. Value. Then it erases everything. Okay, let's open up this one again. So what we're gonna do is go to common events. And we're gonna paste this one. We're gonna copy this, paste it. So this is gonna be letters. Number value. And then we're gonna do this common event opens text element. It takes two parameters, letters, the max number of letters allowed, store in, a global text. Store in. Okay, store in. So we're in the common event. Let's do okay. Store in. The entire text input text UI is done with just two image maps, so you only need to edit the following pictures for a custom text UMPI and edit the hotspot options in the two show image commands as well as the text display, and that's it. Check the comments below. It takes two parameters, letters, the max number of letters allowed, and store in, a global text variable. So number variable, letter counter, set. Okay. So we want to go to, where is it? Variables. Where are variables? Okay. Number variable letters. Variable letter set value. And this one's variable letter, set value. So you're going to set the value. Don't care about that. Set object data. This is a complicated version. Okay. Hold up. Go back to another test and see what's going on. Call common event. Hey, so how are you? Call common event. Or who are you? So they have ABC, they have symbols. Finish. So, there's a input thing already. I don't know why, because we're just trying to keep this basic. So let's go to common event. Oh, did I not switch it? I did switch back. Okay. Name input. And we're gonna do... We're gonna do 10. Z. Let me cut that. Text, name text variable, localize. Number variable input. Hold on. Let's do the text one. Let's cut that. Let's go back here. Text variable name set value. And then you're going to input the text. And then we're going to do append. Append means change, right? Or am I dumb? Add something as an attachment or a supplement. Okay. Wrong one. This one. Okay. So operation append value. And then we're gonna set the value. So then we're gonna call name, parameters name, store and name. Okay. So we're gonna call this, and then it's maybe I need this, maybe 3. Okay, let's play test it. New game. It didn't do anything. Okay. I feel really dumb. Scene context. Because I just want to use the in-game one. No, it didn't work. Okay. Let's just the whole thing, delete. So we're gonna do a new one. Call it name. Name. It's gonna be a text variable. And we're going to set it. No, not that one. So we're going to input text into global one. Store in variable G1. Okay. 10. And then we're going to go to variable text G1 name set. So it's going to set it. Okay. So it pulls it up and it stores the value and it sets the value. Maybe I need to input first and then set it. Maybe that. Oh, it popped up. Okay, so that didn't work. But we're on a track. Okay, let's go back here. So add this after common event text input. So you add this, which is set object data. So let's do set object data next and see if that helps. Data. Set object data. Character. Narrator field name to G1. Okay. And then next, you go to view, debug view, narrator. Okay. So let's try this. So we go to view, debug view, chapter, characters, narrator, Control C. I'll go to view, scene. Okay. And they did it like this. Hold on. Use the text command N for name. Okay. And then just the long string of numbers is all I need. In Control V, something's not quite right. Add this after common event text input. Let's look at the event again. So we're getting it to pull up now. It's showing up. So I wonder if just switching them will fix it. If we can keep this really simple, that would be great. Okay, so we can set it. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Okay. My name's Ma. That's not their name, obviously. But it works. So, and then, we're gonna make another one. Fuck this shit. I don't need that. Don't need it. We're gonna copy this and paste it. And for the second one, we'll call this gender So it's going to be a text value called gender. And we're going to put, do I want it to be a text value? Or do I want it to be something else? What else can I put it as? A switch, a list. Let's do let's do this. So this is going to be value, gender. I'm going to set a number value. And we're going to, this needs to be called gender too. Oh shit. Gender. Okay. So it's going to be a number value. And first we need to say that we're setting the number value. And then we're going to have them, we're going to show choices. I'm going to add a choice. Description, she, her, add choice, he, him, add choice, they, them. And we're gonna jump to label she, he, they. I'm gonna show the choices. And they're gonna pick a choice. And then I need a label. Label. I need a label. We're gonna do join list, text to list, add to list. No, I need a label. Conditions. Label. She. So label she. Is gonna set. So if it's she, we're gonna do a text variable. The text variable is not gonna be gender. Yeah, it is gonna be gender. It's gonna be, but it's we're gonna change the name. We're gonna change it to she, he, they. So hold on. Let me go to the debug view again. Character, narrator, color, expressions, characters, narrator. No, okay. Okay, I have an idea. So, new record, this record is gonna be called she, he, they. And this is just, we're gonna have 2 of these. And these aren't actually characters. These are just value holders. So her, him, them, they, them, she, he, they, her, him, them. So those are the two values that we have. So it's gonna set gender variable. Do I need it to? No, hold on. It's gonna be she, they. It's gonna set variables she, he, they, and her, him, them. And then it's gonna set her, him, them. So if you pick she, her, yeah, we're just gonna keep the label simple. We already named them. So if you pick she, her, it's gonna be, we're gonna take the variable, and we're gonna set the variable, and then you're gonna, no, you're not gonna input the text. She. So it's gonna set the value to she. And then it's gonna have another text variable. And it's gonna set it to her. She and her. And then it's going to, I need to end common event. Let me go back in here. Call common event, set object data. I wonder, can I put the object data in the common event so it just changes it right before it shuts itself down? We're gonna try that. So we're gonna say set object data character this one, and it's gonna set it to she. I guess I can do actually hold on. We're gonna do variable gender cut okay, so variable gender This is a number variable. Do I need a number variable still? I'm doing text variables. So we're gonna do, how do I do it in name? I did the text variable first. So we're gonna do a show message, and it's gonna say my pro nouns, I'll fix that later, are she, he, they, first. So it's gonna say my pronouns are, and you're going to text variable she, he, they is going to be set, and you're going to input the text, and then paste, and then we're going to put her, him, them, her, him, them, and then same thing, copy, paste, her, him, them, input text, copy, paste, her, him, them. And then let's do set character she, them to name. To name. Okay. So we have these two values. And it's going to show some text and pop up with a new text entry and set it. And then, okay. So we're going to set it. And then we're going to call common event name. Call common event gender. They're quibbles, okay. I'm not sure if it matters what order they go in. And it's going to call this common event. And then after it calls that common event, let's do something with a character. Let's add a character in so they can refer to you. I don't know what they're gonna say. I guess we'll put both of the characters in, the two main characters, and you can meet them. So we're gonna do move character? None. We'll pick Ace as a placeholder. So move. Okay, no. Oh, join scene. Join scene Ace. Ew, maybe not him. Anna? What's Anna look like? Anna's old. Daniel. Sure, Daniel will be our... This is just testing to make sure... Lala? That's a kid. No. Victor... Top right. Right. Oop. Nope. Definitely needs to be top right. Okay. We'll have both of them join the scene. And then we'll do show text, Daniel. Actually, we'll have them join and then it'll show this text. How's it going? How's it going? And then we'll do this box and we'll do what's it called? My brain blanking. Another show message from what, Victor? Is that his name? I heard. And then I need to get a variable. View debug. Characters. Her, him, them. Copy. Control C. View the scene. I heard so I heard they are feeling pretty hungry. I heard they are feeling pretty hungry. Right, and then let me just copy that. That didn't happen right. Okay. Delete that. Copy that. Paste that. Right there. And then that should tell me if everything works correctly. Um, that's where we're gonna leave it. Let's see if we got this working. So you should be able to set your name and set your gender, and then it'll confirm that you know those things. So you ever have one of those days where your brain goes blank? Something's just wrong. Like, what's my name? We'll input Mage. Confirm. My name is Mage. My pronouns are... So we'll do she. Confirm. Her. Confirm. How's it going? I heard her are... Oh, that doesn't make any sense grammatically. They make sense. He, him, they. I heard her... Maybe it should be she's. I heard she's. She, him, they. Her, him, them. Yeah, I think I fucked up that pronouncing. But it did call it, so I think everything's working correctly. Right, Mage? But let's fix that. So, view data, characters. Let's get this one. So we're going to copy that, go back to the scene, and delete that. There's gonna be some grammatical errors. Oh no. We'll just roll with it. I heard she's hungry. I heard she's feeling pretty hungry. I heard she's feeling pretty hungry, right, Mage? So that's what it's gonna say. Because you just get just the two inputs. They're not gonna go crazy. So it'll sound better if you use like she, her, he, him. But you can use whatever two pronouns you want to fill in, even if it's nonsense. It's whatever you want. Because you can't write with a million possibilities in mind. That makes it extremely hard. And we're actually already been streaming for over an hour, and I wanted to get one small thing done today. One mini game done today, and all we have gotten done is being able to set your own name and gender for minimal personalization. So what we're gonna do is, so we need to think of a response for Daniel to test out the other one. So I heard she's feeling pretty hungry, right, Sage? Okay. Her, him, her mom, him, mom. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this stuff. She, he, he's, she's, hers, him's mom, her mom, him, mom. I don't think I have the right pronouns down. as the examples, pronouns grammar. His. So, that makes it harder. Okay. So, if it's him gets changed to his. He, his, her, hers. Okay, so she will work. Okay, I have an idea. This is what we're gonna do. She's. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into the database, to the gender database, and we're gonna change this. So it's gonna be he, she, he, them. Or no, she, he, they. Is that right? I think that's right. She, he, they. She, he, they. Yeah, I fucked that up. She, he, they. She, he, they. She, he, they. So you can pick she, he, or they, or anything equivalent, and grammar be damned. She, he, they type word. Example. She, he, they first. And you're gonna insert it. It's gonna set it. It's gonna set it. Her. So we're gonna. Hers. Hers. His. Theirs. Hers, his, theirs. So they can talk about you, like she, or she's, or he, or he's, or they's, they or they's. And then they can talk about hers mom, his mom, her mom, his mom, their mom. Talk about you owning something. So maybe her, his, her mom, his mom, their. Their mom. Is that useful there? Her, him, there. Her, him, there. Her, him, there. Her, him, there. And then change the character. And then we'll have to keep this in mind. Sometimes they're just going to use gender neutral language just to make things easier, but sometimes they're going to use what you input, which I think is cool. So that should fix everything. So she's, she, he, they, or, yeah, she's feeling hungry, he's feeling hungry. They's feeling hungry. Which is not grammatically correct, but it's there. She's feeling pretty hungry, right, Mage? Go back to Daniel. And we're going to put view data, characters. So now I want this one. Oh yeah. Copy. Now I want do her mom is that the right one? Did I do the right one? Yeah, they're different numbers. Her mom, their mom, his, he mom. It's gonna be he mom. Or did I change it to his in the text? Her mom, his mom, their mom. I think this needs to be his. Yeah, I think this needs to be his. And those are the... yeah, everything else I changed to his. So I just need to change that. Reset that. Reset that. She, he, they. Her, his, theirs. Her, his. Their. Her mom. His mom, their mom. Okay, I think that's all correct. She, he, they. 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 Her, his, their. Her, his, their. Her, his, their. I just need to change the name in the character sheet to her, his, their. Okay. Her mom, his mom, their mom makes the best cake. Think we can steal a slice for lunch? Think we can steal a slice for lunch? Her mom makes the best cake. Think we can steal a slice for lunch? Okay. Mom makes. Okay. So, new game. You ever have one of those days your brain goes blank? Something's just wrong. Like, what's my name? So now we're going to input my name or my persona's name, whatever you want to call it. My name's Mage. My pronouns are... So first we're going to do she. And then... Ooh, back. Her. How's it going? I heard she's feeling pretty hungry. Right, Mage? Her mom makes the best cake. I think we can steal a slice for lunch. Think we can steal a slice for lunch? So everything works. Depending on the grammar you pick, it'll be a little bit janky, but it's fine. It's fine. That's what happens when you get more choices. Is things are a little bit janky, you know? So that's that. Think we could steal a slice for lunch? And then narrator. So we're gonna do we've got a lunch reservation made by my boss already. We've got a lunch reservation made by my boss already. We've got a lunch reservation made by my boss already. And then you're going to change it to show text for Daniel. And we're going to change his expression to Daniel. I guess that's the date. Sad. Just one slice. Please copy and paste the name value. I'm not gonna, I might make a shorthand later, but for right now, we're just gonna work with what we've got. And then you can have, we're going to add some choices. We'll do 3 options. Just one. Jump to label, just one. No. Get going. I'm gonna jump to no. Get going. And then be a third option of later this week. And you're going to jump to, lo and behold, later this week. And then, now we have to do all of those labels. So, we need comment script label. Interlabel just one. I'm gonna put down all of the labels. No. Get going. And later this week. So, he's gonna award you different amounts of points. We have to go here. Show choices. So we added all the choices. Now it's gonna show them, and then when you pick it, it's gonna jump to the next thing. So if we say just one, I'm gonna say fine, just one. I can't stand seeing my best friend sad. That's not how you spell friend. That's not how you spell friend either. How do you fucking spell friend? End. There we go. I think that looks better. Fine. Just one. I can't see my best friend sad. And then we need a value tracker. So we're gonna do another common event. So let's make the common event first. So new record. We're gonna call this D for Daniel. These are placeholder characters. I'm probably gonna change them and change their names, or maybe I won't. We'll see. So this is gonna be for Daniel, love interest 1, and this is gonna be a number set, global. And we're gonna call this one. The same thing. So the love interest 1. This is gonna be a love level. So the other one was Victor, love interest 2, love level. So this is gonna be Daniel's love interest number, and it's gonna just keep track of it. So it's gonna call this, and then it's going to do number variable, and we're gonna set the variable to, we'll make it another global. We'll set it to itself right now, but I don't know if that's what we need to do. So it's gonna set to itself, and that's just gonna keep track of what it is. Fine, just one. I can't sing my best friend sad. And then we're going to, how do I call it again? We're gonna call the event, where did I set it? Call a common event for that global variable. It's going to call that common event. And it's going to do, don't want to input anything. I need to do number variable love level, and we're going to set it to a value of can they have negative numbers? Okay. So we're actually gonna have to make them and call them beforehand and have them set. Well, I don't know. We'll assume that they can have. Let me just Google it. Okay, so I need to do a number val. Okay. So visual novel maker and a number value be negative. Yes, you can have and use negative number values in visual novel maker. However, you cannot directly input negative numbers using the default input number command. This command is designed for positive inputs only. You can manipulate variables to become negative by subtracting from them. For example, you can initialize a variable to set a variable to 0 and then subtract 1,000 to make it negative 1,000. Okay. So I think what this is saying is go back here, and it's set the value at 0. So it is 0. It is 0. And then we're gonna go here, and it's gonna say, hey, this event, this value right here, we're going to call it, and we're going to something number. How do I do it? Loop, time variables. We're going to do number variable, Daniel's love letter, and we're going to subtract, or no, we're going to add. Why do I have 2 of them? Hold on, cut that one. We're going to add, we'll add 2. So you're going to add 2 to Daniel's love level, but we're going to have a separate one for Victor's, and we're going to subtract 1 because he doesn't like that you call him your best friend. That's what's happening, is he doesn't like that you call him your best friend. And then we're gonna go to character, zoom, move, flash, shake, mask, move. There should be a way to just change their face. Character defaults, zoom, shake, mask character, move character. Move character along path, flash, blend, rotate, 10 character effect. Oh, display, change, there it is. So we're gonna change Victor's expression to sad. Or embarrassed. He'll do embarrassed without the blushing. So he's gonna change to the embarrassed face because he didn't really like your answer. And we're gonna change Daniel's expression to happy. Because he really liked that. He wants some cake. So that's what's gonna happen. And we're gonna put a jump to label. And it's gonna be called cake. So you can go to the next scene about cake. So if you say just one, you say fine, just one, I can't stand seeing my best friend sad. And it's going to call this common event. We need to duplicate that event and just change the values. Paste this one. So this one, this one, and add divide. Oh, that might fuck it up. I might not even need this. Let me delete those. Because what this is just the number value. And it's just calling the number value, I think. And telling you where the number value is located. I think. I think so. Okay. So then we need another call common event. Let's see, where is it? And then we're going to call this common event with this variable. And it's going to take the variable and subtract 1. And this one's going to add 2. It's going to change their faces. And then it's going to jump to level cake, which will have the things listed here. So, jump to label. So if you have show choices, if you jump to no get going, nothing happens. So if we do go back to show choices, just one. Fine, just one. I can't stand my best friend sad. He's happy. He's now like, what the fuck? He's your best friend? That's your choice? And then we're gonna go to no get going, and we gotta copy this, paste. Where did it paste to? Oh, I accidentally hit delete. Okay. That's unfortunate. I'm using globals because I want them to stay. Okay, so let me just make sure I did this the same. Label just one, so now we need some commentary from me. So we'll say, let's use his name. What's his name is Daniel, but I don't know how to spell that. Where is it? D-A-N-I-L-E. D-A-N-I. Daniel. No. We have to get going or we'll miss the reservation. Daniel, no. Daniel, no. We have to get going or I'll miss the reservation. So it's going to call it. And then we're going to set this. We're going to subtract. So if you don't offer him anything, you subtract 1 with him. He's like, oh, so you don't really like me? Like, you don't want to give me cake? What the fuck? And then you're gonna go to... I think I just did their faces at the end. So we'll just do the faces at the end again. Then we're gonna call a different common event. This one. This one. And call this common event. I don't know if I need to even call them. Do I need to call them? I'm just gonna call them. It's fine. Call this. And then put a number variable for this. I'm going to add 1. So, if you just tell him no, you're not getting any cake. You'll gain 1 with him, but lose 1 with him. And then we're going to change their expressions. So for Daniel, he's going to... What's embarrassed look like? I guess we'll do that one. I don't really call it embarrassed. I wouldn't call either of those embarrassed, but working with what we have. So if you tell him, what's happy look like? Oh, wrong person, wrong person. Wrong person. It's kind of like a neutral smile. Because if we go... Yeah, this smile's not too big. So he's like, ha, loser. She doesn't like you. She doesn't want to give you any of her mom's cake. And then we're going to do jump to label. We'll call it table 1. Because Because the other one's just going to be called table 2, probably. Unless I change my mind. So you're going to jump to a new one. It's going to set it. You're going to jump to it. And when we jump to the new scene, we'll set the scene up with the characters and stuff. And then we'll just have it read out the levels. Just to make sure that the jumping to the new scenes and everything works correctly, and that it showed, like, it shows you if it's, like, if it actually subtracted or added anything, and we'll have to test all 3 branches. So, if you jump to later this week, it's gonna be show message, maybe if we, I'm thinking of them as like realtors, for some reason. I don't know why, but they're realtors. That's what they are. Okay? For right now, until I figure out something better, or maybe not. Maybe if we close on the house this week, we can have some as a treat. Maybe if we close on the house this week, we can have some as a treat. So that's what you'll say. You know? Like, oh, you know, maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll get some. And then we'll do call the event. No, we're not calling name. We're calling this one. Having it set to that one. And then number variable. The variable this add 1. So if you say maybe if we close on the house later this week, it's only going to have them add 1 to Daniel's and nothing to his, because he's like, okay, that's not so bad, I guess. You know, that's kind of a treat for everybody. Maybe he's happy about that, just so we can make sure everything works. So we'll say he's happy about that. And he's like, oh, okay. A treat for everybody isn't that bad. So have it set to this. And then number variable this. Add 1. And then we have to change their expressions. What did I set it as? Okay. Do I want a happy? Maybe he goes back to normal. Yeah, his normal expression is pretty happy. The other one's kind of like, wowza, that's a lot of expression. And this one, we'll also set it to his happy wasn't too bad. So his happy. And then jump to label. Actually, we'll just do table 1. No, we'll do table 2. That way. No, we'll do table 1. Make this easier on myself. So we're just gonna have 2 diverging paths. So we're gonna do a new scene. We're gonna call 1 cake. And then we're going to call 1 table 1. Table 1. Named after, no. So for table 1, we need background, change background, graphics, background, date, locations. There's gotta be like a restaurant. Okay. Let's see that one. So this is where they go straight to the restaurant. And actually table 2 or I guess we'll have the restaurant scene contained within cake. And this one, they just skip it and go straight to the restaurant. So, okay, so let's pick a background for cake. So we want it to be inside her house, home. We'll do that one. So let's do the cake option first. So if you say that they can have some cake, just 1 slice really fast, we're just going to have them join the scene. And then we're gonna do a text file where I want it to display a number variable. So it's gonna say Victor's love level is at blank, and Daniel's love level is at blank. And then I need to Google how to do this. Okay. Visual novel maker. How to use number variable in text. Display the value of a number variable within a text. In visual learning, you must utilize specific syntax. If it's a global number variable, global number this. So we're gonna copy that. And then I'm gonna go here. I think Victor's is, sorry. I think Victor's is 4 and his is 3. 4, 3. Oh, it worked. Victor's level is at 0. Daniel's level is at 0. Yeah. So now if we go back to day 1, let's, yes. I forgot to finish the other app, but it's loading up. So we'll test the cake route, and then we'll write the other 2 routes and test them out as well. Because I've already loaded it up, so we'll just do it in 2 parts. So a new game. You ever have one of those days your brain goes blank? Something's just wrong. Like, what's my name? So input a name, confirm. My name's Mage. My pronouns are, example is she, he, they first. So we're gonna do she, her, his, their, and then we're gonna do her. How's it going? I heard she's feeling pretty hungry, right, Mage? Her mom makes the best cake. Think we can steal a slice for lunch? We've got a lunch reservation made by my boss already. Just 1 slice. Please, Mage? Just 1. Fine. Just 1. I can't stand seeing my best friend sad. Oh, no, it did not work. That did not work. It did not jump. Okay. So it did not jump to the next scene. So the label jumping, I think label jumping is just for maybe in between. Live 2D audio scene. Okay. So change scene, chapter 1, day 1, cake. Save previous, yes. So, yeah, I think that's how we get it done. No, get going. Could jump to label table 1, so I'm going to cut that. I'm going to change the scene to table 1. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay, well, since that didn't work, let me finish table 1. So let me go to cake. Let me copy this. Paste it. And then we'll go to characters. Join scene. Victor. Join scene. Daniel. Top right. Okay. think in the last scene, don't we have a box up? Yes. So copy. Paste. Paste. There we go. Okay. So now it should all be working. As long as I have my code right. Okay. Okay. M. O. J. I heard O's feeling pretty hungry, right, Em? J-Mom makes the best cake. Can we steal a slice for lunch? We've got a lunch reservation made by my boss already. Just one slice, please, Em. Just one. Fine, just one. I can't stand seeing my best friend sad. So, Victor's love level is at -1. So it did work. It worked properly. And Daniel's love letter is at 2. Love level is at 2. And that's it. So we're going to go to the title. Yes, I want to exit. Do new game. And we're going to speed through this again. Okay. Just one slice, please, Em. No, get going. No, Daniel, no. We have to get going or we'll miss the reservation. I need to put a pause there so you can actually see their facial expressions. And Victor's love level is at 1, and Daniel's love level is at -1. So that did work. Everything's working as intended so far. And try one more path, and then I'll add the wait times in. I don't think the wait times are gonna hurt anything. Later this week. Fine, just one. I can't stand seeing my best friend. Oh, I already did this one. No, I already did this one. Yes. I have to do the... Did I do that one? No, I didn't do it. Frick. Oh, it saved the name from last time. That's interesting. It doesn't really matter. Later this week. Fine, just one. I can't see my best friend sad. Victor... What? Do I have something wrong? Victor's love level is at -1. What option have I not done? Title. Yes. New game. What am I doing wrong? The pronouns and name work fine. Because when you say later this week, she should say later this week. Okay, so that's fucked up. So fucked up something. Okay, so just one choice, jump to just one, Later this week, jump to later this week. Label later this week. Maybe if we close on the house. Because the other one worked. Maybe if we close on the house, we can have one as a treat. Label just one. Just one, jump to just one. Telling him no worked. So I must have something about the name spelt wrong. Paste. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I keep doing that. It's still going? Okay. Later this week. Copy. Paste. File save. So we should be able to start from show our choices later this week. Maybe if we close on the house later, maybe if we close on the house this week, we can have some as a treat. And then their expressions change, but it does not. Maybe it's just because it can't change scenes in the preview. So I have to do this again. And then I think it's working after this. Did my game crash? Okay, playtest. Please, playtest. I'm begging you. Should have a value, if you say later this week, they should each have a value of 1. So, if you want... Okay, well, I'm gonna keep working on this, but I have to go and in the live stream. So, if anybody watches this later, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time.